my beautiful people, and welcome to this week's vlog. This week's vlog is going to have a lot of crochet in it because I really need to get my butt into gear because I've got not one but two craft fairs coming up soon, and so far I've got like 2 coasters and 1 leggy frog. That's going to be a very empty looking table, so I really need to get my butt into gear. So today I am sitting trying to do some crochet. I need to get up every so often still. I still can't sit for long periods of time, which is a bit of a pain when it comes to crocheting. I did crochet coasters in bed, but it's not the same, and Gunnar kept trying to play with the wool and it just became an annoyance more than anything else, so I just gave up crocheting in bed. So I am trying to be up and about a little bit more this week because I'm hopefully going to go back to work towards the end of the week, start of next week. Just have to wait and see. But yeah, I need to fill my time with crochet because I have got so much I need to do. I've written massive to-do lists and I really need to start ticking those boxes off. So right now I am attempting to do a mini bee plushie, which is not going to be a plushie because it's not going to be with chenille yarn. It's going to be with just like acrylic, I believe, because I need to start making keyrings. So I want to make a dent in them, and keyrings seem to be quick and easy and only have like 9 rows and things, so I thought I could maybe pump out a couple of keyrings quite quickly, which would make me feel a little bit better about my really stressful situation and the fact that I've got a craft fair in 33 days and yeah, we've got a leggy frog, which is Bob that you met in last week's vlog. So we've got Bob and 2 coasters. That's really, like I said, not going to fill the table well. But I wanted to just pop on and start the vlog. It is Monday and it is 1:30. I have not long had lunch. I've been up and down. So I have periods of sitting up and then I need to go lie back down again. It's a whole thing after spinal surgery. But we are on week 4 from tomorrow. So tomorrow is Tuesday. That means it's 4 weeks since my operation, which means I can start doing a little bit more, not a huge amount. This recovery process is very long, but I am doing a lot better than I thought I was going to be doing, so for that I am happy with. But I wanted to pop on and say that in last week's vlog I said that I had mastered the magic ring, which was something that I was really struggling with, and I know that there's so many people that try and pick up crochet that struggle at the first hurdle, which is to make a magic ring. But I just wanted to pop on and show you that I made a magic ring, so I'm going to be using that for my bees. But yeah, really proud of myself. It took me a good while to get the knack of that, so I totally understand people getting really stressed and not being able to do it, because I was really frustrated with it, and now I can do it. Once it kind of like clicks in your head, it just kind of makes sense, but when you're watching videos of people doing it, it just doesn't make sense at all. But anyway, I just want to come on and say hello and welcome. I'm going to get crocheting because the more I sit here and talk, the more I am like postponing productivity. But welcome to this week's vlog. If you're new here, hello. There is quite a few new people that have joined recently, so hello and welcome. And also, if you are here all the time, thank you so much for being here all the time and leaving comments. You guys know who you are. Much love to all of you. But yes, welcome my beautiful people. I don't even think I said hello my beautiful people at the start of this vlog. If I didn't, I'm sorry. If I did, you get it twice.
He added, gesturing at the room. There must be another chair here somewhere.
You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the groove. You make me move. You make me move. You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the groove. You make me move.
Hello my beautiful people and happy Friday. I have not spoken to you guys for a little bit, but I have been vlogging, so that is good and important. But I just wanted to pop on and say that I have crochet updates for you, and I also have reading updates. So I started A Darker Shade of Magic book 1, well that is book 1, by V. Schwab, the audiobook, because I read that series last year and absolutely loved it. So I decided to start that. So I'm halfway through that. So that was a very productive part of my day today. And then crochet wise, I'm currently doing a little orange leggy frog. He looks a bit weird because he's not been stuffed yet. But I've got an orange one. I've got one for a raffle prize. And I'm in the process of figuring out the UKCA guidelines, which is basically if you're making crocheted toys or anything that resembles a toy that a child would be drawn to and want to pick up and play as a toy, then it's got to go through certain testing. But you can do that testing yourself. So I've been doing a lot of research on that recently. And Lisa thankfully was speaking to me about it as well. I was already aware of it, but she was telling me that we could talk about and stuff together, but it gave me a good kick up the butt to properly research this. So yeah, I've got all of that testing to do, which is great. But yeah, this is going to be a raffle prize. So this is like a little leggy frog, but he's actually bigger than normal ones. So this is like the orange one. But yeah, so I've done that this week. I'm just away to finish the orange one. He looks so weird, not stuffed. But I've also made this green one, this green one, this green one, this green one, and this green one. So this week I have made basically an army of frogs. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frogs, but 6 of them are sellable ones because one of them's a raffle prize. So I am currently surrounded by frogs on my desk. But that is a-okay. I need to actually start storing these somewhere because they are taking over my desk. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and give you my reading update, and I also wanted to come on and just let you know my crochet update. So craft fair wise, I've started to get my butt into gear, which is good because I have just under a month before my first one. So I've got how many more frogs to go? I think I'm going to make 5 or 6 more frogs, and then that's me finished with the frogs, and then I'm going to have to move on to something else. I'm not sure what I'm then moving on to. I think I'm going to do coasters. I did buy really nice ribbon to like put them all together to make like a 4-pack. So I got that today. I also got my price labels and things today, which I'm going to put things like washing instructions and also I think that's it, and the price and the item name. So yeah, that has been my update. It has been all go. I'm hoping to finish A Darker Shade of Magic, the audiobook, over the weekend. And then I actually have my niece's birthday tomorrow because she turned 13 today, which is absolutely wild. I don't believe that my sister has a teenager. Bizarre. But I made her a lovely little... Started off, she basically wants to learn how to crochet. So I was like, cool, get you some crochet hooks, some little stitch markers, get you some wool. And then it kind of spiraled into making you like a basket full of treats and stuff to go along with the crochet stuff, because I just felt like it didn't look like it was enough. So this is what it kind of ended up with. So I've got things like blemish patches, popcorn, sweeties, mystery bags, lollipops. I've got wool and stuff down here. I've got crochet hooks. I got this, oh, I don't want to take it out. Basically, it's like a Hello Kitty like bubble tea drink thing. And then I've got things like Hello Panda and things. So got this for her. So yeah, this became like a whole thing, which is absolutely fine. And hopefully she'll love it. Got her like Halloween fake press-on nails and stuff because she really likes wearing fake nails. So that is her all sorted. All I've got left to do is write her birthday card and get Daniel to sign it. Daniel will not be at her birthday party tomorrow because he will be working. So that's sad, but I will be there and I will get to see all my family, which is very exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna get this I'm gonna get this frog crocheted and finished, and then I know this sounds really wild, but I really want to make my niece like an octopus to go with her present as well. But not like the little ones, not like this guy, because he's like really small. This is one of the ones that I did, like one of the first creations that I did. And he's got little buttons for eyes instead of the other eyes that I now use. Pushing ones. Safety eyes, that's the name of them. So yeah, am I going to bed tonight? Probably not. But I found a pattern that looks easy enough to do, so I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to finish this vlog, see how I feel, and then if I get the hang of the pattern, then I'm going to make a couple more octopus or octopi. So that could be the next thing. But frog-wise, I basically know this pattern off by heart now, so I can sit and watch. Like last night, for example, I sat and watched the Twilight movie because I love the Twilight movies. So I watched the first one and sat and crocheted frogs without having to look at a pattern or sit and watch a YouTube video and like repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Because I have sat and repeated it and I know it off by heart. So it's kind of cool to be able to crochet and watch TV or watch a film. Because before it was kind of like I couldn't do anything else apart from watching the tutorial and going through the pattern and things. But now that's not the case. So I'm hoping to do that with a couple more patterns, and then soon I'll just be crocheting away, speaking to people, talking, that's the same thing, watching the Twilight movies, watching TV, doing anything. So yeah. Anyway, I've spoken for way too long. This is a really long update, so I will speak to you all later. Bye. Good morning, my beautiful people, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday today. Please excuse the noise. That is my dry buddy currently trying to dry shoes. Yeah, I've got boots in there because the weather is getting a bit and I've just had my boots in the washing machine, so I've got them in my dry buddy along with some clothes. So please excuse that noise. The weather outside is not perfect washing weather, so this is what we're working with. But it's Saturday, it's 9:20. I've got my niece's birthday today. I showed you guys the little thing that I made her last night, but in true Katie fashion, because I don't have enough stuff that I need to crochet that's not related to craft fairs or anything. My niece's birthday, her theme is ocean. It's technically like under the sea, but she's correcting everybody and saying it's ocean. So my thought process was, well, let's crochet something to put in with her basket, because I have all the time in the world and I don't have other stuff I need to be crocheting. So why don't I try and crochet like a proper like octopus in the morning time? I've got her birthday party at 2 and my dad and my stepmom are picking me up before that to take me over. So I need to make one and also get ready, which is a whole process still during this recovery period. Nothing is quick and simple and easy. It hasn't been for quite some time, but recovery wise it's taken a bit of a dip, to be honest, with like lots of swelling in like my ankles and my feet and stuff, and it's just uncomfortable, and standing to shower and all this sort of stuff has become a process. So yes, anyway, I am gonna try and crochet an octopus this morning and see how I get on, and I'm gonna call it Ocean. I'm gonna give it a little tag and I'm gonna call it Ocean. I also have a horrendous spot on my head and I keep picking it. I know it's really bad and I shouldn't do it, but here we are. But yes, so let's see if I can do it. I'm hoping to do it in like an hour and a half. I've never made it before, and I'm not the fastest because I struggle with my hands. So I am gonna see how I get on, and fingers crossed I'm finished by like 11. But I am currently watching a YouTube video to try and learn it. So I'm looking at the No Sew Octopus pattern by Darling Maple Designs on YouTube. So I am just gonna have a quick run through of that first to watch it, and then I'll actually start making it. But I'm thinking of doing it in like a white yarn with like sort of like purple flecks through it. So it's not going to be like a normal octopus color, but I think it's going to be cute and I think it'll work up really nicely. So I am going to go do that, and then obviously once I've made one, it means I can make more for the craft fair. Also means more items to test for UKCA, but absolutely fine. That is the way it is, and that is okay. And with UKCA, if that is how you pronounce it, you get to set things on fire as one of your tests to see how long it takes for the item to go on fire, as if a child was holding it and if they would have enough time to drop it. So there's going to be science and everything going on, so that's very exciting. But I need to like make like a mock of each one to make sure that it passes. That, or I'm just going to have to gift like all these frogs. But I think if it's under 15 centimeters, you don't need to do the fire test because it'll go up too quickly. And all the frogs are under 15 centimeters, but you need to like have what kind of yarn that you have, and it has to be like a certain kind. And I'm in luck because it's like one of the certain kinds that you can use. So I think that's going to be okay. But my bigger stuff, which is really sad because I want to make Highland cows and things, and I'm going to have to set one of them on fire. So not great when you've got 2 craft fairs and not a lot of time, and you're going to have to set at least one creation on fire. And if something takes me ages, like one of the gonks, or well, the Christmas gnomes, shall we say, then yeah, that's going to be quite heartbreaking to do something for 7 hours and then set it on fire because it's bigger than 15 centimeters. But they are technically like decorations, but they could have play value. It's so confusing and complicated. If anybody has any experience on that, if you could let me know in the comments, I would love to talk about it, because like I said, I've done lots of research, but it's still not 100% clear. I feel like they try and trip you up on purpose, which sounds silly, but that's honestly how I feel it is. But anyway, there's too much talking because I really need to make an octopus. So let's get this going, and I hope this goes down and I stop it. Hello. Again, please ignore the dry buddy. It is still going. It's currently 10:30 and I have got this far. So they've got the little eyes that stick out. The eyes go like underneath, like this bit. I'm currently doing the legs. Oh, that was not very good. Currently doing the legs. They're nice and springy. Well, they're meant to be nice and springy. Here we go. I've got the dilemma that I have a fear that this octopus is not going to end up with 8 legs. Now, if you watched my first ever octopus that I did, that was like the tiny little one, that one definitely didn't have 8 legs. And then eventually I made one that had 8 legs. I've got a sneaky suspicion that this one is going to end up with like 6 or 7 legs. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. It could work out okay. Chances are it won't, and then I'm not really sure what I'll do. Just a way to do the 3rd leg, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's going to end up being 7, but we are trying for 8, so let's manifest 8, and I'll check back in with you when I've got that. One thing I want to say is, does anyone else get so bugged out when wool has like defects in it? So like this one had like weird yellow like wool that it had obviously been like joined together, so I'm gonna have to try and like get that out, because unfortunately it didn't go on the inside, because that would make sense, and why on earth would it not go on the inside? Because then it would look pretty and not defected, and now it's defected. So I'm gonna have to try and like pull this out, or like cut it out or something. I'm not really sure, but I do like the way that this is crocheting up. So it just looks like this, and it's got little purple and pink speckles in it. So I am going to go and do 6 more legs, hopefully, and not 5. So I will check back in soon. Something amazing has happened. So did you all manifest? Because I feel like you did, because I've got 8 legs. Can you believe it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Could you imagine if I counted that and had like 9 or something? That would have been really awkward. Look how cute it is. So I'm just away to do, it looks like this currently at the bottom. So I am just away to figure out how to finish this. Then I'll get it stuffed, and then I'll put its eyeballs on, and then I'll be showing you guys. So an hour and a half later, which would probably take someone maybe 10-15 minutes, but I am a lot slower, and have to take breaks. I have named it Ocean, because my niece's theme is not under the sea, it's ocean. So I'm going to make a little tag and pop it onto Ocean's head, and this is Ocean. I actually love them. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, Ocean. So that's not my decision to make. Or it could be a they, them. Not sure. That's my niece's decision to make. She is 13. Well, she was 13 yesterday, but her party is today. So I've made that. But now I need to get myself ready. But I will definitely be making more of these because they are absolutely adorable. And we had 8 legs, which we had to manifest that because it was looking a bit scary and I thought there was going to be 7. But I'm really proud of little Ocean. So I'm going to get a little tag done, pop it on with some thread, and then I need to pop her present into cellophane and then ready to go. But then I need to get myself ready to go, and that's the longest process. That will probably actually take longer than crocheting Little Ocean. Hello, my beautiful people, and happy Monday if you are watching this on the day it comes out, because I have not ended the vlog. So here we are. But this week I did listen to half the audiobook of A Darker Shade of Magic. I'm pretty sure that has to go back today, so I really need to finish that today. Got a sneaking suspicion that I won't do that today, and then I'll have to reserve it because there'll be a queue for it, and then I won't finish it for ages. A bit like Abroad in Japan. Still waiting for that to come back into the library because I didn't read that in time, and I don't think that comes back until the 17th of November, and I'm halfway through that audiobook as well. But never mind, it's fine. Just wanted to pop on and show you all the things I created this week because I had a very busy crochet week this week. We did a lot of frogs, so we are doing craft fair prep. So we've got 2 kind of misfit frogs because they're not perfect, so I'm gonna do like a misfit kind of bin. So we've got 2 there, and then we've got 4 okay frogs, well, perfect frogs. They are all the way that they should be. Then I made Ocean the octopus the other day, but my niece got that, so last night I made another Ocean because I'm going to be selling them. So I've got a couple of things that I'm going to need to test, but I am going to be working through them like once I've got all of this sorted. I know that all the wool that I'm using is all EN71. I know this is probably boring if you don't know things about this, but basically EN71 is like the standard that they test all the chemicals on the wool. So all of the material that I'm using, including the stuffings, that is like UKCE. The UKCA, which is like the standard that took over CE. Remember when you used to say CE marked on everything? In the UK, it's now basically become UKCE. So I've got all of that down. These are smaller than 15 centimeters. So when they're smaller than 15 centimeters, I think you can do like a flash test instead of setting the whole thing on fire. You can do like something else, but I need to look into that. But anyway, that is not important. So this is my stock so far for the craft fair, so we're definitely in a better position. Yesterday I also started making scrunchies. I have not finished them. I'm not sure how I feel about scrunchies. They're not as easy as I thought they were going to be. I made a couple and they're all weird and different. Really not sure how I feel about them. I need to play about with these a little bit more. But I do like the idea of scrunchies. This is like the closest one that became alright, but I need to play about with it. And oh, I forgot to say, I also made, did I make this guy this week as well? I feel like I did. So this was like the raffle prize one. But I need to make another one of these because I'm pretty sure he's bigger than 15 centimeters, and then I'll need to play about with it. Actually, I'll need to make 2 in order to test it. But anyway, that's long stories. But yeah, so it's been very productive in the sense of crochet, which is great. And yeah, today is another week. I am still off because I am waiting to get the okay from my surgeon before I can go back to work, and that happens on the 4th. So that means that I have got another 7 working days to just patiently wait. So it means I've got more crochet time, I suppose, which is good, more rest time. But I really wanted to be back to work, but that's okay, it's fine. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. It's been a little bit longer this time round, so I hope you've enjoyed that. How are you all feeling about like the crochet aspect? Because I feel like that's just kind of taken over the vlog recently. And for that, I'm sorry if you don't like that. I am going to try and get audiobooks done and some physical reading done, because I cannot remember the last time I picked up my Kindle, and I've still got Bare Bones and The Midnight Soil. I've got like 3 hours left of that, so maybe I'll try and aim to get that finished this week. But it's just so difficult to just sit down and read, and it's annoying because I've got all this spare time having to lie flat and lie down and rest, and I could easily be doing that, but I've been catching up with YouTube or watching TV, pretty much exhausted like all of Netflix. But if you've got any good watch recommendations recently on like other platforms like Disney Plus or like Now TV, then please pop them in the comments, because I need something else to watch. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next week, same time, same place. Bye.